Cuomo. That's why Andrew Cuomo, when he was sitting there going, "Where about ventilators?" and wagging his finger at Trump, he didn't even know that Bloomberg had been working with the state to buy ventilators, to stand up and ready crews that would deal with the possibility of a pandemic. But you know what? If you're running for mayor of New York and your name is not Bloomberg, and you're running for governor as Andrew Cuomo, do you get political points for saying we're going to take millions of dollars and prepare ourselves for a pandemic? Or do you promote the idea that the bisexual, biracial, interpretive yoga dance company needs more diversity funds to carry out its mission? If you remember, maybe you don't remember, there was a thing called Thrive New York. And Blasio put his wife in charge of it. $800 million went missing. And nobody asked, where the hell did that money go? Where did it go? These Democrats are expert at utter failure and mismanagement. I want you to listen. Cube Cut 11. Back in 2018, Donald Trump was warning that Gavin Newsom's water restrictions were a danger to Southern California. Play Cut 11.
Take care of the floors. You know, the floors of the forests. Very important. You look at other countries where they do it differently, and it's a whole different story. I was with the president of Finland, and he said, we have a much different, we're a forest nation. He called it a forest nation. And they spend a lot of time on raking and cleaning and doing things, and they don't have any problem. And when it is, it's a very small problem. So I know everybody's looking at that, to that end, and it's going to work out.
4 months ago, Donald Trump during the campaign warned that California was not properly managing its wildfire problem. Cut 10.
You have so much water, and all those fields that are right now barren, the farmers would have all the water they needed. And you could revert water up into the hills where you have all the dead forests, where the forests are so brittle. Because no place is like California. I go to Austria. The head of Austria tells me, you know, we have trees that are much more flammable than what you have in California. We never have forest fires because they maintain their forests. And you have all that water that could be used to, as water, what they call water flow, where the where the land would be damp. And you'd stop many of these horrible fires that are costing billions and billions of dollars by the federal government, etc. So one thing I'm going to do for California, vote for me, California. I'm going to give you safety. I'm going to give you a great border. And I'm going to give you more water than almost anybody has. And the farmers up north are going to be able to use 100% of their land, not 1% of their land.
Now let's listen to Kristen Crowley, the newly minted chief of the LA Fire Department, on her priorities. Cut 9.
Hungry.
I'm super inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I said, I'm not looking for a number. It's never enough.
Out of 3,300 city firefighters, only 115 are women right now. She's already looking at ways to change that. She's quick to point out that doing so has a greater purpose, attracting the best and brightest for the job.
They feel included, they feel valued, and they feel part of a cohesive team.
The chief also checks another box when it comes to inclusivity and diversity at this department. She's a proud member of the LGBTQ community.
That just kind of opens the door of people that thought, I didn't even know that that was an opportunity for me.
What is the most important thing here when we're looking at the fire department? Is the most important thing that you have people that stand ready to save the city in a disaster, that you have a coherent plan in place, that you have water in reserve, not being tied up by environmentalists and water restrictions imposed by the state. What is more important? Is it diversity, equity, inclusion, environmental, social governance, or is it being able to stop a fire? What is the most important thing? Now, if you ask a normal thinking person, the most important thing is that the fire department stands ready to protect the city in an emergency. Everything else would be secondary. What firefighter need cultural sensitivity training for? Tell me. I have no idea what that even means. Fires don't burn differently in black neighborhoods, white neighborhoods, or Hispanic neighborhoods, or Asian neighborhoods. They burn. The fire department is there to stop the burn. But this is what happens when you have a cabal of people who are in charge, who are entrenched, who are incompetent and inept. Period. End of story. This is so sad and so tragic. And unfortunately, people in states like California, in deep blue cities and deep blue states, will keep electing the most inept losers, rather than say we need people who are competent.
Of course, all of the stuff that they're doing, getting rid of like junk fees, keeping credit interest, that's all that bureau, and we need to uphold it. The only way it will continue is if Trump starts taking credit for people's credit scores rising. And then he'll say, let's keep the bureau. But other than that, Vivek and all of them, they want it gone. And people got to be really mindful of that.
Let's go to Jerry from Maryland, first-time caller. What's up, Jerry?
Hi, Brother King. Good afternoon. How are you?
Doing good, thank you.
Good. And yes, I've been doing credit repair for about 30 years. That is huge with what the Biden administration did. Just a clarification, is medical debt under $500?
Oh, thank you for the correction.
Right, anything over. And we get a lot of calls at my office from Lexington Law, and it is their past practices were in violation of U.S. Code 1697B, and that's where it was a slow drip of people paying $90, $100 a month.
Wow. So wait, they won't report medical debt under $500?
That's correct. So anything under $500. So if you have a bill, let's say it's $1,213 or $501, they will report it. And you can see some of this information on the CFPB website as well.
You know what? I didn't know that. I thought that it was all medical debt. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, damn.
That's it.
I didn't know that it was under $500. That's not as great as I thought it was going to be, but hey, what can we do? These articles need to like make this a little clearer. Oh, that was...
I ain't gonna lie. Most of those credit repair people are scam artists. They don't fix none of your credit. All they do is they dispute everything, and it might come off your credit report for a short period of time, but then if you really owe that debt, it's gonna come right back, because that company reports to the credit bureaus every month or have you every 45 days. So all they do is like give you a short boost because they dispute everything on your credit report, and then they like I said, if you legit owe that money, it's gonna come right back. So a lot of them credit repair people be scams. You can fix your credit yourself.
A friend of mine just bought a Chevy Equinox, a EV, and because of the infrastructure bill, it started out at about 43 grand, but he got a $7,500 instant tax credit rebate. His wife is a healthcare worker, so he got another $500 rebate, and he saved about 10 grand in his pocket because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
And they scamming so hard, he capping so hard. If you do the math, he got $7,500 for that, right? And then $500, that's $8,000, not 10.
And that stuff is probably going to be reversed.
You said $7,500?
Yeah, $7,500 rebate for an EV. Now, the EVs, there's some issues with them. The range of his is about 300 miles.
Yeah, that ain't shit.
The charging stations, a lot of them are in disrepair. They're broken, so you got to put one in his home. But no oil changes. You don't have to worry about oil changes with an EV because they don't have the internal combustion engine. Just a lot of benefits. And him and his wife, they were like, we are $10,000 to the good because of this bill. So I just wanted to, just bring that up, and that people are miss.
Okay, people. Now let's think. Let's just think on this. Cause that was some bullshit he just said. That was 7,500 ain't 10,000. 1,500 is a big difference. But let's just go with his thing. He just told you there's no charging stations. They got other issues. You gotta replace them batteries every so often, and he gotta pay to get a charging station put in his house. So he saved some money, but he ain't saved 7,500. I just bought an SUV. I got 10,000 less. I negotiated with the dealer to get them to take 10,000 off of the top of the price, and got them to pay for like extra shit. Or you changes for like, which most places, if you're buying a new car, I ain't gonna say most places. In my area, where I'm at, most places give you oil changes for the life that you own the car. And then I got the I think lifetime warranty on my Trend, or on like the powertrain and all that came with it. Like a lot of these places, and Elon Musk is gonna be an advisor for him. Am I in the military? No, I just dress up like this from time to time. I cosplay that I'm in the military. Sometimes, usually Monday through Friday, I cosplay that I'm in the military. We hiring, but they bullshit. That's bullshit. And if so, they always gave out little tax credits to get you to go hybrid and EVs and stuff. And why wouldn't they give out a tax credit for that if Elon Musk is one of his advisors? That helps his business because he got the biggest EV car brand. So, and I damn sure wouldn't trust a Chevy Equinox, man. They can't make gas cars that good.
Well, I was introduced to them maybe about 15 years ago, and I received a check last week. I'm like, what is this? Wow. It was just $110.75, but I wasn't expecting it. So I'm just like, okay. Then I went and looked up and read your letter, and I didn't even know, like, Dr. Connie said that I wasn't even aware of being involved with this class action lawsuit. So I really appreciated that. And one other comment, I did hear this morning a little bit about Joe Biden's interview, and today that Joe Biden sat down, I remember where I was at on a Sunday in front of my house, and I was literally about to cry, and I was yelling at my son, who's grown, and he thinks he knows everything, and my husband was like, this is horrible. So yeah, I did feel that way, and I actually still feel that way. I feel that Joe Biden should have said that comment, because I felt it too. I really felt that this was a disaster, even though I love Kamala and I love the whole energy. Yeah. So that's it. Take care, you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate you. It's what it is. Someone on Threads wanted me to also mention that Biden, Biden's doing the work, y'all. He signed a bill into law a few days ago called the Social Security Fairness Act, which will provide new or additional benefits for about 3 million people on Social Security who receive government pensions from jobs not covered by Social Security. It's been criticized for a variety of reasons. It's not sure if Trump's administration will support it, because they believe these people were just waiting for handouts from the government.
I mean, it is people people that wait for
I
handouts.
just feel like if Meta and all these billionaires can donate money to Trump's inauguration, why don't you just donate that money to Social Security? Boom.
Oh, how come?
Right.
That's true.
Projects for the money.
How come they ain't donate that money, that fucking almost $2 billion that Kamala wasted during her election? We could have just donated that to the student loan debt that she promised she was going to give people. Shit, like there's too many people in America that just want a handout. You go to college because you swear you're going to get this fucking dream job. You get $100,000 to $200,000 in debt, then you want somebody else to pay it back for you. Make it make fucking sense. Make it make sense. You go out there, you take out a loan, but you want somebody else to pay it off. Somebody else that got to work hard and earn their money and take care of their people. But we have built it on to feel sympathy for ignorance, man. And sympathy for stupidity. Like, it don't make no damn sense. And all this capping for Kamala. Kamala ain't shit. Trump ain't shit. Biden ain't shit. None of these people give a fuck about poor people. Nobody cares, but y'all all sit there and pretend like y'all so righteous. Who the hell is this in my chat? Whatever this hell is, dude. I want to get something to eat. I'm starving. I ain't gonna be on here long. Just getting something to eat and go in the crib. Relax, take a nap before my kid get home. Yeah, I am desensitized to this bullshit.
Let's head to a break. Here at my boy Dr. Ome Congo, his first show in 2000.
Doctor trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you, like GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy, or oral medications at a fraction of the price. That's right. You'll save up to 91% per month on compounded semaglutide based on the the same active ingredient as the name brand drug at 91% less. There's no hidden fees and no membership fees.
Mine's at $6.95, Patriot 957 287. And nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. This is really sick. This is a sickness. Wokeness is a mental illness. It is an absolute sickness. And I can tell you that after this fire, when it finally is put out, the city of Los Angeles is not going to change. And now it's going to happen. They're going to blame the environment. They're going to blame Trump. They're going to try to blame congressional Republicans who didn't budge. You know, this is another thing. We're always getting this lecture. We're always getting a lecture from blue state Democrats that, you know, shirt-tailed states like Mississippi or Louisiana or West Virginia, these impoverished states, boy, if it weren't for all the smart people and their contributions to the federal government, what would these states do? They're always telling us that they make and everybody takes. But then when something goes wrong, they go, the federal government didn't give us enough. You know, if anything, this should reinvigorate discussions about the 10th Amendment. We should not have states pouring their resources into the federal government and then have faraway bureaucrats
Order me some food. I should do some lemon pepper. I don't know. I didn't get wings yesterday. I had tacos. I'm trying to figure out what I want. Maybe I'll go with the chicken over rice. I like halal food, you know. Lamb and beef over rice, chicken over rice, lamb over rice. I don't know about none of that, but let's see. bowl. Can I get an order of chicken over rice? And, let me see. That look like they got some good wings. The lemon honey, is that lemon pepper or is just
Yeah, honey lemon pepper.
What else we got there? And the hot lemon pepper, what is that? That's is that lemon pepper or is just?
Yeah, lemon pepper, hot sauce and lemon pepper pickles. And honey lemon peppers and honey sauce and lemon sauce.
So let me get, do you got like a 10 piece of that?
This combo by itself.
By itself. Honey lemon pepper. That's it.
25 minutes. That's good.
How long that'll be?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right. Thank you. 10 minutes, I'll come back, grab my food. And I ain't sharing, I'm eating this all. Oh, God damn, this good. All by myself. Whew. See something, get back in the car. Ugh, man. Whew. Okay. Yeah, man, it's cold. It is cold. Yes, I'm in the military, Moses. I'll see you in another country.
Were grunge bands like Pearl Jam. And I can tell you, as somebody working in radio back then, I had to choke it down. I hated it. I hated Nirvana. I hated Pearl Jam. I hated all of that stuff. But, you know, it was my job to present it, not to criticize it. But there was a cultural shift. All of a sudden, rock music was miserable, and it was boring, and it was giving lectures, and it had causes. It was worse than the 1960s. If you ever want to know, I will say this.
I mean, you know, again, Denmark, which owns Greenland, I think that's probably a fact that most Americans are learning, is a NATO ally, right? No, so it's just complete madness from a national security standpoint, and it also is antagonizing, right? What if some leader in Canada or Mexico is elected and says, you know, Mexico, we want California back. We're getting California back. So that is Democratic Congressman Jim Himes of Connecticut. And so as you hear that, Brett, what are you hearing from the White House? And what are Biden officials telling you about Greenland, the Panama Canal, Mexico, the Gulf of America, Canada, the 51st state? I mean, some of this is just crazy.
Yeah, and I think certainly Biden officials from what I've heard, that's sort of their reaction essentially is, you know, they feel this is something of a distraction, that Trump is more concerned about renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America than he is on focusing on delivering for Americans on the economy or fulfilling some of his campaign pledges. Obviously, there's certainly concern, I think, about sort of the international
the Gulf of America. What's the problem?
You know, going around and saying that, you know, he wouldn't rule out military force to reclaim the Panama Canal.
Just have some other identity outside of it.
The airline was really talking about no frills in terms of safety. The famous accident AirTran way back in the 1990s, and they've all figured out that no frills means not fancy, but it's got to be safe.
Right. Here knows transportation analyst Seth Kaplan.
Galloway, how does machine learning act?
Trying to put that back is going to be difficult.
I'm so sorry to hear that, and to lose your livelihood like that.
What's up, SOS?
Such an iconic restaurant as well for the.
I actually like the
What's good, SOS?
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Right now, in and around Los Angeles, thousands of acres of
That shit is crazy, these fires that they got going on.
The personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Get started at overhers.com/CNN to access. Can top 100 miles per hour in mountains and foothills, including in areas that have not seen
Just going through the news. And
the body of a mind.
yeah, so far my day going all right. I just came from the doctor. I got a tear in my shoulder. So I'm we doing a treatment plan to see how long I could go without getting surgery. I'm getting up there in age. I don't want them just cutting into me all the time. I'm in my 40s, so I gotta do it, you know? So we, physical therapy, all that shit. How your day going, bro? How's it looking? I'm waiting for some food now. I ordered some food, some chicken over rice, some honey lemon pepper wings. I'm gonna eat that thing and take a nap. Yeah, that's good. That's good to see. What time is it where you at? Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Hit the like button, cause I'm trying to get, like, I had took a break from doing the YouTube thing. I got a sports channel that I do talk about Knicks, but me and my New Year's Day, I had a meeting with some of my friends that I grew up with back in New York, and we gonna do a sports channel that we talk about all sports and stuff. So I've been focusing on my Knicks channel. I haven't been focusing on this channel. But I appreciate all the support. And it means a lot to us when we hear that we being supported, because believe it or not, a lot of people don't like the military. Yeah, a lot of people don't like to support us. But definitely shout outs. I appreciate it. I'm just sitting here in the car waiting, flipping through the news stations, listening to the buffoonery on all ends. But that's what I fight for, democracy. So I ain't gotta agree with none of that. I support and defend it. Buy why? What are you talking about? Vibes is what buy? I ain't say to buy anything. I ain't cut on the super chats or anything. All I asked for is to hit the like button. You on your phone, double tap the screen. Aw, man. The trolls are back because they're just saying the same thing over and over. I'm starving. I ain't eat anything today. I've been running around since I got up. I had to take my daughter to her orthodontist appointment so they could switch the wires out on her braces. You said, but? You said, are you sitting there? Yeah, I'm just sitting in my car. I'm waiting for my food. I ordered some food, so I'm waiting on that. Then I'm gonna go home, eat that food, take a nap. Then I gotta take my son to karate. Probably get him a haircut after karate. Or take him tomorrow. I don't know. They get a haircut. Oh no. He's after school activities tomorrow at school, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it's lunchtime, then nap time, and I ain't going back to work. Because I would get off at 2 o'clock anyway. So by the time I drive all the way over there and pay that toll and stuff again, Angel, I'll be off. I don't got no long day. My day, as far as work-wise, my day is over. I could work from home, though. I got my laptop with me from work. Now, I'm in the Navy. See? Navy. Got family in the Army. And in the Marines. And the Air Force. Every branch. I had family in the Coast Guard. But every branch I have family in. Yeah, I got that chicken and rice. Chicken over rice. I don't know if you eat halal food. I like New York one better, even though the last time I had it in New York wasn't that good. I noticed the ones at the little truck. How's the Navy? It's all right. I mean, I've been in the Navy for 21 years. This year make 22. It's cool. Ups, downs. I've been on plenty of deployments, plenty of time out to sea. It's cool. I can't complain. All right. Air Force. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I sat here this long. I can't act like I don't like it. It's like any other job. You gotta take the good with the bad. What do I do for the Navy? I do a little bit of everything. I just do search and rescue. Where I used to, fly in the helicopters and we look for search and rescue either out in on deployment. We'll do that. I did fighter jets. Also did like intelligence stuff. Oh, yeah. I gotta go to bed earlier. Well, I'll be taking these naps, then I'll be up late. But I could be up late tonight because I ain't got to work tomorrow. But it's cool, I would suggest anybody that's having a respite, or if you got like a son that school just ain't their thing, but you want them to go to college, I would send them to the military, let them do 4 years, and then go to college. So that way they had the benefits to cover them. But yeah, I did different jobs as I went through the years, If I started out as a plane captain, and I did like regular, like office work, to working on the F-18s, to working on H-60 helicopters, to working on support equipment for them. Nah, I didn't know SOS. When I get out the Navy, I don't know. I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do when I grow up. I could be a contractor for the military, or I could do IT work. Like, I'm in college. I already got 1 degree. I just signed up to go back to college to get another degree so I could have my resume. You know what I'm saying? And being I already got a degree, I only got to take 7 classes. So I told them I'll start next month. I'm going to knock those out. For 7 classes, I mean, I could be done by the summertime. Take 3 classes now, 3 classes next semester. And if I decide to go to school in the summertime, just take 1 class and I'm done. Yeah, I mean, I got so many qualifications and so many, like, different trainings that I did since I've been in. I mean, I just came from doing training on learning pretty much to do IT shit a couple of months ago. I was in training for a few months to do the job I'm doing now, and that's like I do like IT work now. Anything that's make me more marketable, well-rounded, I threw my hat in the pot to get that going. That's why I tell people, if they come in with a plan, execute your plan and keep going. Everybody plan don't look the same. I only plan on doing 4 years, and I wind up staying but when it's all said and done, I'm gonna do 24 years. But my plan was only to do 4 years. So, like I tell people, get a plan, execute your plan, stick to it. Don't be afraid to make slight deviations, because there's no straight road to success. Sometimes you gotta go up, down, around, take a couple of steps backwards to take a few more steps forward. Yeah, they will pay for school. I pay for some classes out of pocket. They will pay for your joint. You can use your GI Bill. You can use tuition assistance. I use tuition assistance and scholarships to get my degree. But right now, like, I'm trying to do a dual degree on this next go around. So by the time I'm done with it, I'm gonna have like 3-4 degrees. Like, I'm getting this new degree in a different career path. Like, I gotta call my advisor, because I've been messing up on my login to get in there to tell him, because I'm going into STEM. Yeah, I'm going into the STEM field this next go around. Let me walk back in here and get this food. Pick my food up, but yeah, I'm going into the STEM field, and that's what I'm pushing my son to do too. To do STEM. We got enough, like, we need that science, technology. I'm going in the technology field of it. Engineering and mathematics, like my homeboy, he's finishing off his engineering degree. So I have my degrees completely debt free. Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir, ready.
That's it. Thank you. All right, got that good food. Yeah, butterfly, that coding, all that stuff is where it's at. But what I learned when I was talking to them at my job, because it's a lot of military contractors and government, federal jobs there. And like they told me, to make the money, you gotta have like dual degrees. Like, I'm gonna be able to finish off my information technology joint, and I run databases and stuff. But they were saying they'd hire somebody like me quicker because I have a degree in supervision and management and organizational leadership. So they like to pancake and layer degrees to get people where they at, because everybody got degrees. But which I'm gonna do a video on it. The whole thing though, what we ran into this trend when we was telling all our kids and everybody telling us we gotta go to college to be successful, that was a big lie. And the trade industry is where the money is at, man. I swear, every time they come out to my house, I feel like I'm paying at least $400 to $500 for them to come out there to do shit, just to look at it. I remember on the 4th of July when my AC went out, just for the man to come out there and look at it, he ain't fix a goddamn thing. All he told me was what I already knew. He was like, yeah, it's broke. I'm like, yeah, I knew that. How are we gonna fix it? And he charged me $230 just to walk out there to tell me the obvious. And then it took them like another 3 weeks when they ordered the part to get it, to fix it. And then when they came to fix it, that was another $1,000 for them to install the part. So I'll tell anybody, you push your kids to do HVAC. Like my son, I want him to go to college, but I'd probably send him to trade school too. So that even if he don't go into that field, he at least have the knowledge that he could fix and do stuff on his own. Like, I do a lot of work on my own, but I'm telling you, the money is in them trades. Like, my homeboy, he do trades. Like, I went to college after high school. He went to trade school. He's making more money doing HVAC systems than I know a girl that's a lawyer in New York. True story. She worked for actually for the city, for the public defending joint. Now she's starting to see money, but he started out making way more money than her fixing HVACs and plumbing and stuff. I don't know who this is. I see we getting lit again. The trolls are back. Before, the trolls wasn't even showing up. When I be gaming and shit, the shows don't show up. Candace Richardson. You like my curls? They red and black, My hair turned colors. I'm telling you, man, like, I learned how to fix a lot of that stuff too, and my homeboy here walked me through it, but I noticed that's where the money at for trade. A fence. To put a fence up around property. Like, I'm gonna put up my own fence, but when we priced it for a wooden fence to go, not even the whole property, just around, like one side where my neighbor fence is falling down there, it was like fucking $5,000 to put up the fence. I paid $1,100 when I first moved in. The front part wasn't fenced off. I paid $1,100 for them to put up the white little vinyl fence. I always tell them, and then we got to get back, because a lot of stuff that I learned how to do, I learned from growing up. That my father, my uncles, they taught me how to do it. Like, my uncle owns a plumbing company. One of my first jobs is working for his company. On the weekends, I go out there as like his apprentice, and he paid me the legit pay that I should get, and he taught me that, and to this day I still know how to do all that stuff. I change out my own faucets, toilets. I do, like, to me that's not major plumbing, sinks. I mean, I ain't have no tubs and nothing I needed to replace, but stuff like that. I fixed my AC had a leak in the pipes. I changed that out myself. One up there, spiced the pipe, like the new one. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Definitely save a lot of money by knowing how to do stuff yourself and doing for self. Like a dishwasher, I installed all that stuff myself. We went, picked it up, bought the lines. Made the, hose, did it. Usually certain things when it come in the house, I'll pay for the convenience. If I ain't got if I don't got the time to do it, then I'll pay. Like, y'all seen the videos when we was doing the work on our cars, because on base they got we call it an auto hobby shop, but it's a garage with all the tools you need to do mostly just about any job on your car there, anything that take you a couple of hours, they got the tools there. So we go there, you rent it for I think $10 an hour, and you get the lift and all the tools, and you got ASC certified mechanics walking around that you can ask questions to make sure you're doing it right. So it's a lot of benefits. I'll answer the stuff once I get off the highway. I'll answer the questions and stuff. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button, man. Appreciate it. We at 9, man. Hopefully we can get to 10. I never forget when I moved out here. I was like, I want to see the projects. I want to go to the projects. I want to see it. I seen them and I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to go to the projects. I'm looking at them as I drive by. They did it, but I would have never knew these was projects compared to what they got in New York. These look like nice houses. But yeah, we got to start pushing to our kids and pushing to our family members about getting stuff to be actually we can use, actually build the community, Medical field, we need that always. Engineering, contract, like I said, the whole trade field from masons to plumbers to electricians. And I'm telling you, these guys make good money. Great money. Great money. Truck drivers. Truck drivers make good money. They always on the go. But they make good money. Hell of good money. They making like, I know out here, they was on the news when they was on strike. They making like 160 a year. I don't know about you, but I'll be good with 160 a year. Plus benefits. Shit. I see the sign that say, sick of porn, Jesus set you free. I ain't sick of it. Let me see what they talking on the radio while we driving, so I know I'm boring.
5 major fires burning down the hillsides from Pacific Palisades to the beach at Malibu. 2 dead with some significant injuries. Amid heroic rescues as thousands of homes burn.
That's sad.
That is in the Pacific Palisades area west of Malibu.
No, growers of butcher crops like alfalfa worry the lack of adequate snow cover in January.
Traffic is something he's spoken about extensively, and that's why he wants to get families, if they will cooperate, out of the country in the right way. All that sounds really sweet, like she's saying, we're not going to do family separation, which means they're going to deport entire families. So if you've got a family where one member of the family isn't a citizen, say they're here on a green card, and Donald Trump decides to get rid of the green card. He also wants to get rid of the birthright citizenship.
1,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime you want at no extra cost. Visit your criminal case.
This comes after New York courts refused to postpone the sentencing by Judge Juan Rashad, who presided over Trump's trial and conviction last May on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records, something he denies. The Supreme Court asked for a response from New York prosecutors by Thursday. Trump's spokesman also calling for the case to be dismissed. Julie Walker, New York.
Stocks are lower, the Dow dropping 111 points. The Nasdaq Composite is down 100 points. More at Town Hall.
It's the town to buy.
Making America great again starts with making America healthy again. I lost over 50 pounds on the PhD weight loss and nutrition.
Ceasefire with Hamas last November. The army said they were investigating evidence that shows that Ziad's son Hamza was also killed.
CBS's Michael George has news today on the Health Watch.
Children with mental health disorders often aren't getting the help they need. A study in England by the University of Nottingham found only 11% of young people with serious mental health issues like depression and anxiety received a diagnosis, and less than half were accepted to receive help from mental health services.
And checking Wall Street.
Using an iPad to speak with his voice. He will be filmed as if he were to speak with his voice. He will be filmed as if he were presenting, and his lips will be technologically adjusted to match the words.
That's crazy.
AI machine. He calls the technology a magic trick that has incredible meaning for everyone with disabilities. I'm Karen Shamas.
Authorities in Greece detain 124 migrants on the eastern island of Carpathos after spotting speedboats without identification markers. Greek officials blame ongoing wars in the Middle East for a spike in illegal immigration from neighboring Turkey. Breaking news at townhall.com.
The fusion of rational thought and political analysis. This is what your brain has been waiting for. News, politics, and issues in different hands. But just join the will count majority.
Your generation. Great Talk Radio. Founder of the new school. That's me, Andrew Wilkow, Sirius XM Patriot. Phone lines, as always. 426-95 Patriot 957.
About to crash into the truck.
The email, spelled name right, WILKW@moeTV.com. Patriot First.
Watch the damn SUV about to go into a damn tractor trailer. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna eat good.
The media right now is jumping up and down and throwing itself that Donald Trump is preparing to pardon I would imagine, all of the J6 prisoners. Go one step further. I will tell you this, that anyone who assaulted a police officer should be held accountable. But people who have done a lot worse have gotten lighter sentences than these people. They have been in jail for 4 years now. Joe Biden is providing clemency to murderers on death row. Actual murderers. The only person killed on January the 6th, 2021 was, in fact, Ashley Babbitt. No police officers died as a result of January 6th. Now, the suicides that took place after were tragic. But 4 years in prison is enough. I don't want to hear from the media while Biden is releasing terrorists and murderers. And there seems to be a sympathy for terrorists inside the Democrat Party. Joining the program right now is Hung Cao, who ran for Senate in Virginia, former Navy. Are you going to be getting a position in the administration?
We'll see. We'll see in the next few days. I mean, I've been speaking with the president and this transition team a lot, and we'll see what they have in store for me. I know the president, wants me on his team, and I'll be glad to serve.
How is it that we can have an FBI agent come out and say that this attack in New Orleans was not an act of terrorism? Now, the FBI has walked that back, but their initial response was, well, the guy with the ISIS flag is not a terrorist.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. He had IEDs, and a lot of the trace explosives that were found in his apartment was RDX, which is we use that for high explosives for bombs and missiles and everything else too. And he's researched a lot of things on the dark web. This guy doesn't have the know-how to do the stuff. Yet you're telling me that he can just wake up one day and decide he can search the dark web for all this information. Yet they can't tell us anything. And we as Americans have a right to know because we have a right to defend our family.
Finally.
I'm looking here at a New York Post piece.
Made it home.
Biden administration
back to my
releases
neighborhood.
11 Yemeni detainees with suspected al-Qaeda ties from Guantanamo Bay, including 2 alleged former bin Laden bodyguards. Now, who's more dangerous? Somebody who was walking around the Capitol on January the 6th, or these guys?
Leave my hat in the damn car. Ugh. My daughter gonna be mad because I ain't buying nothing to share with her. She was out of school today, but they said she gonna eat soft food. I'll share a little bit with her. I bet you she ain't do none of the stuff I told her to do. I bet you none of them chores got done. Oh, I know them news is crazy. I don't believe nothing. Nothing they put on mainstream, I don't believe. I believe it's like partial truth or how he say, for entertainment purposes only. I don't believe that stuff is actually anything, you know. They always spin the story to what they want it to be, not, you know, what they actually, you know, propaganda. There's always some propaganda going. Sit on my computer. But I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll probably stick on here for like another. Not hear my daughter up there, I guess, playing Roblox with her friends. But I appreciate everybody. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, you know. Highly appreciate. I'm about to start posting way more often, at least probably, you know, at least 4 or 5. Well, I'm gonna start posting at least 7 times a week. So try for every day. But let me get out of this uniform, change up, and then eat, take a little nap before my son get home, and then I'll be back on later. Until then, peace.